You want that? Here, I tried to give it to you. You can eat it. Hey guys, we're going to talk today about building soil. See here we bought this Bermuda grass hay, so that's what we're feeding all winter. So right here, this is an area that we had that we've recently logged. We've cleared out most of the trees, so we're building this nice good silvopasture. Over the next couple of years we'll continue to thin this all out, but what we wanted to do is we wanted to get some biomass into the soil. We wanted our grass seeds to come up through, and we did not seed this area. Part of the reason we didn't seed this area is because it's actually kind of steep. I know it looks relatively flat in this picture, but it's actually fairly steep, and so sometimes it's hard to get the broadcaster back here. The other reason that we didn't seed it is because it's just expensive to seed, and so we're trying to limit how much seed we have to purchase for the farm. And so what we've done is we've done two things. One, we've taken good Bermuda grass hay. This is what we're feeding our cows. You can see we don't have it in a bale ring. I don't roll it out. Hey, sweet pea. You want it? All right, I guess not. Okay, so we don't roll it out, and what we do is we allow the cows, we drop the bale into a pile like this, and we allow the cows to kind of demolish it. It wastes a ton of hay, and that's a good thing. We want to waste this hay. We're trying to get this biomass added back to our soil. The other thing that this is doing for us is all the logging that we've done. We have left branches everywhere here, and this is allowing us to get that covered with a biomass that'll actually hold that moisture in, and it's going to cause all these branches and everything that's out here to biodegrade substantially faster. And so the other thing that this adds for us is that this gives us a bunch of seeds. Now this one doesn't particularly, because this is Bermuda grass. This is all coastal Bermuda that was hayed. But we buy junk bales, and there's a junk bale over there I'll show you. The junk bales that we buy, we use those just for fodder, because the animals kind of lay in them, they tear them up. They don't really eat it because it's not very good quality hay. They try to avoid it. But those junk bales we pay nothing for. We pay about 13 bucks a bale, and which is for a bale like this good Bermuda grass is about 50 here. But so the junk bales are virtually nothing. And so we'll buy several $100s worth of that, spread it out here, and it just is biomass for the soil. That also gives us lots of grass seed, because that's Bahia grass, so there's grass seed in there when they bale it. Shouldn't be much, but there is going to be some, and so it gives us good carbon and gets that carbonaceous diaper on here. And then you can see they crapped on me, but they crap all over. Oh gosh, sorry, I got a phone call coming in. They crap all over this and get their manure and their urine in this, and so that fixes the nitrogen then to the carbon. We get a molecular bond with this, so that allows everything to bond together. The rainwater is going to come in and saturate this down. They're going to stomp it into the soil, and what we're going to do is we're going to spread about 5 or 6 bales here over the next couple weeks. And then we'll move the cows on to a different section. You can see there's only 9 cows in this section, so not really that much activity, and it's okay for 1 bale. Now, if you have a lot of cows, you can't really do it this method. So if you do it, you have to kind of separate them out. If you're gonna have a lot of cows, you have to roll the bale out so they'll trample each other. But for our number of cows, we can just drop it here in a section that works okay. But we want to allow those cows to trample a good portion of this. We're okay wasting the hay. I know it sucks and it's frustrating to see your money going into the soil, but think of yourself as soil farmers, grass farmers, rather than actual cattle farmers. And so we want to build up our soil and build up our organic matter in there and get that seed in the soil. So we'll allow the cows to do this. Depending on how things come back, we may throw pigs on here and let them root it up a little bit too. They'll come in here and kind of rototill the soil, and then you'll move them off real soon. So we don't want a ton of disturbance. We just want a little disturbance to allow that grass to come through. Plus, they have a tendency of rooting up all the roots, and they kind of scrub trees and weed trees and stuff like that we don't want in there. So they'll help add to that. You don't have to have the pigs, but they can certainly be a benefit. Okay. Now, as far as our stumps and everything, we leave the stumps in the ground. We cut them off real close to the ground. We cover them with hay. They will run out super fast. Though you don't have a huge issue with stumps, I leave them in the ground. We don't pull them out. We don't have a excavator come in here and dig them out or anything. I want that carbon going back into my soil. I'm just going to leave them right where they are. To me, it doesn't make sense to remove them. Now, like I said, we cut them off real low to the ground, so we end up going through a little bit more chainsaw blades because you do put them in the dirt a bit. But we want that carbon from the rotting stump to go back in. we'll do an update video on this section next year, and we'll show you guys what 1 year of raising this like this and allowing these cows in here to do this. We'll show you what 1 year does. So we're going to move them off of here and on back here throughout the winter time, and then the springtime I'm going to pull them completely off. I'm going to let this place recover and get some good rain on it, get this ground saturated with some water, and let all this carbon absorb a lot of the rainwater. And then that spring lush, it's going to take a minute for it to jump through this mat on the floor, and then once it does, it will just explode. So hey Brindle, do you want it? They're all free to. Do y'all want this? You can have some. Okay, so I got cows staring at me now, so I'm going to let y'all go, but I just want to show you kind of how we're doing this process of building our soil. Getting this good carbon, this is what we want coming back into our ground. We want that nice carbon, and again, I don't care so much about the seed in it. I want the carbon. The seed is already there in our ground, and so we're less concerned about the seed that's already there and actual overseeding this. Now, we will probably drop some rye seed on here to get some cover growing up over it in the springtime. But we don't need any right now. Right now, we're just getting this nice carbonaceous diaper spread out throughout this whole thing. It's going to soak up all their manure and their urine rather than allowing that to just go up into the sky. They think it's something better than what it is. It's the same hay that's right there, y'all. Okay. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure and like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. That does really help us out. And we'll get some more cow videos out to you guys here soon. We've got a real estate section that we've been putting out to you guys, and we got our Tractor Tip Tuesday coming out again every week. So make sure and check out those videos if you haven't already looked at them. Thank you.